Good morning. I need a better intro phrase. Today anyway, we're a lot further north than usual and heading up on Teallach, which is covering a couple of Munros, as usual, struggling to pronounce. Bidding a glass of fuel, maybe, and Skewer Fiona. Can pronounce Fiona well enough. Just now, it's 10:15, so far too late really to be starting compared to what I wanted to be. Should have started in the dark, because just now we've only got about 9 hours of daylight, and that's kind of pushing it. And this is a 7 to 11 hour hike, and we're also in winter conditions. Just now, just hitting the 1k mark, and we've covered about 170 odd metres of ascent. There's just over 1,000 in this, and I can't remember any of the stats because I've not really looked them up. 1,400 metres of ascent, just over 1,000, and 19k. Coming up this bit's a really good path. Well, it's a pretty good path for this sort of hill, and I've just came over a wee peak and I can now see the hills that I'll be ascending up properly. So after what I see, I'm quite glad I've got my winter gear with me, because it's very much going to be needed. But due to the time constraints that I've already mentioned, and the fact I'll probably be coming down this hill in the dark now, I'm going to just crack on. Almost about 6k in. It's taken me about 2 hours and 40 odd minutes, so it's been quite slow, but it's quite slippy conditions. We're hitting the snow now, and it's also incredibly windy. I've got into a wee docket here where it's not too bad, so I'm quickly catching this so you can hear me. But it is an absolutely stunning walk. I love the hills up here. When you get up to sort of the Ullapool Toddlands area, they just seem so much more raw than a wee bit further south. The snow is obviously just the wee cherry on top, but as much as it slows down your walking, it just adds a wee bit of variation. It's a wee bit more exciting, and the landscape's stunning. And Leto is absolutely loving the snow as well. Not really any wildlife kicking about up here, the odd few birds, so she's getting to have a bit of time off the lead, which is a nice change for her. The peak is still very much in, although the wind's picking up, in clouds. In fact, it's just disappeared into the clouds right now, so I don't think we'll be getting much views, but managed to catch a few snaps coming up. Thankfully, due to the landscape being lovely, it's not too tough. There's a few missing in the distance that if I just had a good telephoto with me, 100mm or plus, there'd be some nice shots there, but unfortunately I've not got a good telephoto lens. If anybody wants to give me a grand so I can buy one, that would be lovely. But yeah, I'm going to keep going, and we'll just see how the time keeps going. And Leto's moaning at me because I've stopped. 3.5 hours and finally hitting the first peak of that one that I can't pronounce, and I'm too tired to try just now, and that was a slog and a half. At some points the waist deep in the snow, just sliding. Don't know how bad the wind's going to be. I'm trying to keep this out the wind, but it's not really working well. 3.5 hours anyway, that's a lot longer than I was thinking, but that's the worst part of it done now. So I think we'll keep going. We'll keep going and finish it. It's definitely a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, just with the conditions. the snow's still very fresh, so you're just sinking in, even Leto's sinking right in. Usually if there's a bit of a crust, she'll stay above the top, and it lets you, even if you do sink in, it's not quite as far, but just going straight through it. A lot of slipping, a lot of sliding. But that's what makes it interesting, I suppose. So, probably noticed, not really on the hill anymore. Made a very quick return to the camper van. Just managed to get to the peak of Skier Fiona, and started to continue down the west face onto the south face of the hills, and began having some real trouble. Even just you couldn't see the path. The path was gone. It was all under snow. It's a very rocky face to walk on, and difficult to just try and keep tracks. The wind was really picking up as well, and it basically came to flipping a coin. I just managed to hit both summits anyway. I'd got some nice photos as well, which was always good, but I was starting to panic a wee bit. Panic's maybe not the right word. I started to become a bit concerned, let's say that, about the rest of the route if I continued south, because I didn't know. I knew what I'd came through, and as much as that wasn't easy, I knew on the way back I didn't have to fire up to the peak of Glassthul, and I could kind of skirt round and avoid the worst, that ascent that initially took it right out of me. So it came to just flipping a coin, and I decided I was better off going back the path that I knew, and I also knew I could cut some out of, because daylight was disappearing really, really quick, and there was a lot. The clouds were dead weird today. There was loads and loads of broken up. You would get like a dark cloud rather than like a front of clouds that you usually get, and they're all dark and you can tell that's rain coming. You would just get a dark cloud, but they were moving quick just due to the wind, and I thought I couldn't get stuck. That'd have been too risky if I got caught out in the weather. So I ended up turning back, and that was a nightmare getting back through the snow. I dropped down mainly because there was no point in going along the ridges again and just increasing the danger for no real reason. It took a long time. I don't know why. I've done longer hikes. Arguably it's been the toughest one I've ever done due to the snow, the wind, the terrain all adding up together. Because that was finished in 8.5 hours, and that was just under 17k that I covered. It's an average speed of 2.1 kilometres, which is slow. That is very slow compared to what I would usually be doing. And obviously the snow will take a huge impact on that, but I just feel like the mountain kicked the crap out of me today. Got back, was really happy to see the camper. That was a nice relief. I think Leto felt the same. She's KO'd. She got her dinner, had a drink, and then just went straight to bed, and she's been sleeping since. I've just finished some nice homemade chicken and treacle pie, so thanks to my mum for making that. That was very nice. And just drank a couple of cans of juice just to try and refuel and make myself feel a wee bit more human again, because I really did. I don't know why, but it did take it out of me today. But it was a wee bit scary at the one point when I wasn't sure, because I was up that hill, and that way when you've went up, you can't always come down that way. There's a lot of sort of hands and knees, and proper climbing, and you get to the point where you're like, I can't go back the same way because it's just not viable. It's too much of a drop. You can climb up it, but you can't butt shuffle down, as I've discussed previously in videos. Butt shuffling is a great thing to do. So it was kind of just trying to find alternate routes back, mainly just to get off the peak of Sgurr Fiona, which allowed me to just bypass Benaglas Thule, Bedinaglas Thule, that one anyway. Once I got to the point, you kind of go down a gully essentially, and you've got Thule just on your right hand side as you come down, and you know you're fine. You're essentially off the mountain. As long as you can keep walking, then you'll be okay. But it was hard work. Maybe a wee bit more practice before we do some more other winter hills, or even just be a bit more rested up before it. I've got a bad habit of not having a wee break between other forms of training and just going and doing a hill. But yeah, it's 20 to 6. I don't know how late I'm going to be able to stay up. So we'll call this one here. If you hit a wee like or a subscribe, it's huge big thanks. You can check out all the photos on Instagram at 4pads and Letos. They're all at dog Leto. I'll just stick the links down below, and always a big thanks to Ashcroft Animal Accessories, who supply Leto's harnesses and leads and stuff. They're real good value for money, so you can check them out. There'll be a link below. I don't get a kickback. It's just a company that are helping me out, sending some gear up for her, but it's a nice wee local one. It's not a big corporation or anything, because we don't like corporations. Unless a corporation wants to sponsor me, that's absolutely fine. No problem with that. Yeah, right, goodbye.